Club. I will not dignify this anymore. There's nothing left to say. What am I going to say? What's the new take? What's the hot take on that? Well, it's actually the Balfour Declaration. Well, if you think about the border, it's the pre-1967 border. Well, actually, it's the 7-Day War. It's the Israeli. Well, actually, it's Iran. Shut up. Everyone shut up. It's not happening. It's over. It's over now. It is over. It is over. I'm done. I am done. Unless they start giving me cash. You want me to talk about this Bibi Netanyahu? You give your son Yair in Miami money and he flies it to me. Cash! I cannot talk about it anymore. It's annoying me. I was sitting at the tennis and I'm watching them and I'm saying it is so, you know what's impressive? What I do. Not what they do. I was watching them and I'm going, sure, they're athletic and there's specimens. Could they do an hour of what I do? I could do what they do. I could do that. It wouldn't be as good, but I could do it. Oh, over the net. What is that? Could they talk about Kamala Harris for hours? This woman, no one should talk about Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris should work at Wells Fargo. I have to talk about this woman endlessly for hours. I got to talk about the Middle East conflict for hours and endless hours and hours about the Middle East. I mean, could they do this? Get Sinner. Get him up. You go for an hour about Kamala Harris in the Middle East. 19 episodes on the Middle East. And it's still not fixed. I've done 19 hours on the Middle East and it's still not fixed. This is why my father, and when you talk to my father, it's like he's had a complete lobotomy. You say anything to my father, he responds with something about his dog or the weather, or he brings up some anecdote that's from the 70s. And the reason he does this is because the world is designed to drive you insane. And the only two options are to go insane or to completely detach. The world is actually designed to drive you insane. It's not an accident that is driving you insane. It's created to make you insane. That's the whole point, is to drive you mad. You're actually supposed to be insane all the time because you're fucked with on such a level. When you go out to any area that has a lot of nature, it doesn't matter where it is, and you're there and you see trees and you breathe and you're around, you take a little walk and maybe you swim in the pond, in the lake, the ocean, whatever. You have some type of understanding of time and space. You have night, you have day, you have seasons. There's something that then you step into this kaleidoscope, this fun house of crazy. And it's an unending, unrelenting assault on your mental health all day, every day. All day, every day. And you just have to either fully go insane, like just do it, just go and like jump in, and then you're nuts, and you meet the nuts people. You meet, well, I can't believe, well, you know what's going on with climate change? You know it. You go, what is wrong? Stop it. Stop doing this to me. You're in my living room. Stop it. But you meet them and they're nuts. You go, well, actually in 4 years, Miami's going to be completely underwater. So everyone that lives in Miami right now is going to be dead and they're going to lose all their money if they live in Miami because they're just going to be underwater. Everybody's going to be burned alive. They're going to be burned alive in LA. If you live in LA, you're going to be burned alive. And you go, oh, okay. Are you sad about any of that? You seem happy. Why are you happy that everyone's going to die? What? Well, you seem happy. No, I'm not. Well, you seem gleeful and happy that these climate events that may or may not happen are going to kill everyone. Do you think that's nice? My aunt does it. Well, you know what has to happen in Miami? Everyone's going to die. Everyone's going to die. Well, what is this? What is it? You know, my grandmother's on her deathbed. And I was talking to one of my aunts, and she goes, well, thank God you don't need any money. There's going to be a real fight over that estate. And one of them's a lawyer, so you know how that's going to go. And she goes, thank God you don't need any money, because I would be so mad if you needed money that you weren't going to get what's rightfully yours. I go, nothing's rightfully mine. I didn't earn any of the money. Secondly, why is it that you boomer psychopaths, that is your first response to anyone who's like dying is like how the estate is going to get divvied up? It's just a matter of going insane. And people, anyone that shows up with talking points in their head that they need to get out, gotta get you. They're crazy. They're crazy. I'm not saying you shouldn't believe things or whatever, but I'm saying when you assault another person with your half-baked opinions, like, it's crazy. Unless they're very entertaining. I make money doing it. It's my job. It's entertaining. People hang out with me. I barely talk. People are like, yo, you're real different. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm just chilling. People think like people come over to my house. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, people think like they're going to walk in and I'm going to be like, Meghan Markle's a cutter. It's like, that's not the way it is. Like, I do this for like an hour or two a week, and then I just go and I don't know. But like, you got to stop. You got to stop. You got to detach. I mean, my father's the ultimate extreme because literally he'll be like, you know what's good about Fred? I go, who's Fred again? He goes, the dog. You know what's good about him? I go, what could be good about him? What is good about this Shih Tzu? Tell me again what is good. But he's decided, and I think he'll live for probably a long time, he's decided that the best way to deal with the current media landscape is to completely detach and walk around a nice corn maze of his own mind. And I think maybe that's the move, because over the next 60 days, you are going to see some of the people that you know lose their mind. Their mind is going to melt out of their brain and it's going to leak out of their ear. And they're going to need you. They're going to need you to ignore them. Just the way I'm ignoring Israel and Gaza. I'm ignoring them until they get their act together, until they want to behave the way I do, like it's a fucking fall, until they want to have a nice dinner party and go to the Jericho cider mill and get an apple crumb pie and get a little cider and take a nice walk around the Planting Fields Arboretum in Westbury, until they want to take a nice stroll in Central Park with a cup of coffee, until they want to have a nice little dinner and fucking go and get some nice brown butter, sage, pumpkin ravioli, unless they want to go get some gorgonzola and gnocchi, unless they start acting like people, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not dealing with the beheadings and the burnings and the killings and the genocides and the shooting. I will not do it, not this fall. Miss me with all that shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. If they're going to have to act like fucking people. How about a little less killing and a little more dinner party? How about that? What about a nice restaurant in Gaza? A nice restaurant. Something nice. And I love those. I feel bad for those kids, but like, they're like, day 302 in water zone. Like here's the thing with the Gaza war influencers. I know, I get it. I understand, but like, vary the content. Diversify the content, the Gaza war influence. It's all war all the time. Show me how to make a falafel. You know what I mean? Like, why is it all war all the time? Day 92 in water zone. No one has water. We are all dying. Bummer. Can I get a seasonal dish? Make a shakshuka. Do something. Is that Israeli? Maybe it is. I'm just saying, have the courage to ignore. Have the courage to ignore. Have the moral courage to ignore. Because you're not doing anything. You're not throwing red paint on Starbucks doesn't do it. I know it makes you feel good. I know it makes you feel, but it's not doing anything. Bibi Netanyahu doesn't give a shit if every college kid in America shoves the Talmud up their ass. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. It doesn't matter. Fucking funnel cake dad won't even say that the dead kids are bad. Like, no one will even say anything here. So the only thing to do is to completely divest emotionally from this, unless you are willing to join a side and fight. If you're willing to join the IDF or join Hamas, God bless. But until you are, I really want fall behavior. Fall behavior. Picking of the pumpkin. Get the pumpkin and bring it to the house. You need to be an example of what America truly is at its heart. A selfish, self-obsessed place that has succeeded because of that and thrives because of that and will only ever succeed because of that. You need to be an example to the rest of the world of what self-obsession and narcissism looks like. You are the star of your own movie. You are losing the thread. No one thinks you care. No one believes you. No one. Be the demon they all think you are, and they will love you for it. They want to be you. They want to be you, Jennifer Aniston. Shut the fuck up about clean water, you cunt. Shut up! They only want clean water so they can be you. I mean, where do you go from there? It's just what it is. We need to restore sanity to this country. And I'm hearing too many people unconvincingly talking about others. And this is not the season to unconvincingly talk about your faux activism, your fake bullshit, your statuses, your fucking, your thing. You're not doing anything. What you must do is return to the cave of self. It's why we're loved. It's actually why we're loved. No one cares. People love us for World War II. No one cares. Get up, Denise Prudhomme, please. Get up, R.I.P. Denise Prudhomme. This woman died at a Wells Fargo for your sins. For your sins. Bring her up. That's Jesus. She died in Wells Fargo for your sins. For your sins. Even Russia goes, we can't give him any money. But goes, what are you fucking nuts? Oh, good night, everybody. Want you to be
able to fuck a kid. That's what an office to go to work. Say something heartfelt and
I drove by a matcha place on the way here, and everybody inside looked completely suicidal. Everyone inside looked like they were gonna just.
Well, it's because they spent $8 on a matcha. But I like it. It's what the samurais used to drink before they said retard.
It's an old samurai.
Old samurai.
the samurai code of podcasting.
It's an elixir for.
How's your guys' cans?
I'm
I like
hearing
them.
pretty good. Yeah.
They sound nice.
Yeah, matcha's a little too gay for me. I like a nice black cup of Joe.
Oh, I get that.
Drink it out of a Stanley thermos.
Like it's World War II. I like that. Like you're on a wagon train.
Right. Tastes like shit.
Yeah.
It's got grounds in it. Makes me gag.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, I just realized the camera's pointing way down. It's like showing our.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, okay, hold on.
This is disastrous. Ben,
Come on. Well, you got to do soy face again.
do it again.
We're until we get it right, Mr. Cruz.
Mr. Cruz.
Yeah.
Soy face to the baseline.
We make Ben run suicide. It's ridiculous.
Just a stray bullet should just pierce.
Yeah, I'm like speaking backwards in soy.
Yeah, it should be black and white, and there's little dust particles flying around your head. Yeah.
Be the blue room.
It really sucks, man.
All right. So,
All right, here we
Check
are.
one.
we're talking Grammys tonight, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you see them?
no. You keep up with all that stuff.
I don't really keep up with it. I
You're
see it on
Mr.
Twitter.
Hollywood.